Last week on Thunder, Son Uva Digger took home the checkered flag and tied for the overall points championship for the July season. They proudly carry that flag into the August season. Will they defend it with success? We're going to find out in just a few short minutes. A brand new season here on Thursday Night Thunder, and let me tell you, we have got 16 of the baddest Diecast monster trucks ready to rip and tear this floor up for the August season. We've got the return of Gravedigger the Legend, the Big Red Dodge and Barefoot, and the debut of the Dragon Ice Machine out of the Maximum Motorsports race team. And they are all gunning for one truck on the track, and that is Son Uva Digger, who currently holds that checkered flag. We're going to go ahead and take a look at round one matchups. As you see up first, Bigfoot takes on El Toro Loco, followed by Prowler taking on the Saigon Shaker, and the brand new Dragon debuts against the Black Stallion Machine. Up first here in round one out of Pacific, Missouri is four-time Thunder champion Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. But over in that far lane is the 2020 Summer Heat Shootout champion, that's Matthew Riley, and that crazy bull, El Toro Loco. Both trucks are staged as we kick off the August season as we go green. Down the straight stretch now, Bigfoot pulling a slight lead, but El Toro Loco coming back on him, and Matthew Riley and El Toro Loco move on to round two matchups. Bigfoot's on the trailer early tonight. Up next here in round one action, we have got Greg Durbin returning in the brand new Saigon Shaker, a former two-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, but over in the far lane is the crazy cat Jason Wook in that Prowler machine. He looked consistent back in the July season. He's looking to turn it up here in the August season. Both trucks stage now as we go green. Down the straight stretch now, both trucks looking even. Saigon pulling a lead on him, and Prowler was hanging him up right there in the shutdown area. We are going to go down and take a look at a photo finish to see who took home the win. And there you see it, Saigon Shaker just edges out the Prowler machine. Up next here in round one action out of Hagerstown, Maryland is Blake Willis in the Black Stallion Ford. He is set to take on the brand new Dragon Ice Machine out of the Maximum Motorsports race camp. They debuted that truck this past weekend at the All-American Throwdown. They did pretty good. They're looking to take it home here tonight. As we go green, Black Stallion and Dragon Ice down the straight stretch, up and over no man's land, and it's all Justin Lamb in the Dragon Ice Machine. He takes the win over the Black Stallion Ford. Up next here in round one action, we have got returning Johnny Redlaw. We haven't seen him in quite some time. He is in the brand new Grinder Machine, the former one-time Thunder champion, and earlier this year he took home the Revenge Championship. But over in the far lane out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, is Aaron Church in the Gravedigger. As we go green, Gravedigger and Grinder down the straight, up and over no man's land. Grinder's out of shape, and Gravedigger Aaron Church takes the win over the brand new Grinder Machine. As we take a look back at the MTA replay to try to figure out what happened to Grinder down the straight stretch, approaching no man's land, the rear tires hit that landing ramp on the nose, and as our friends say at the Throttle Out show, when in doubt, throttle out, and indeed Johnny Redlaw did, bringing the truck back down. Gravedigger takes the win nonetheless. And up next in round one action, returning Bradley Graham, the former five-time Thursday Night Thunder champion at a Maximum Motorsports in Goldberg. But over in that far lane is that force to be reckoned with, Braden Varga in the Donkey Kong Machine. He's looking to knock off Goldberg in round one. As we go green down the straight stretch, Goldberg jumps him off the line. Donkey's in trouble, turns it over, and it's all Bradley Graham and Goldberg taking the win over the Donkey Kong Machine. We're going to take you back to an MTA replay. The rear tires hit on Donkey Kong right here, flipping him end over end, goes over the set of crushed cars. What a wild ride by Donkey Kong. Goldberg, however, does take the win into round number two. Up next in round one is Lee Bailey out of Pontoon Beach, Illinois, in that big bad Dodge Ram, Barefoot. But over in the far lane, returning to action, it's your boy Shaggy and Gravedigger the Legend. He's looking to come out on top and claim his first victory right here tonight. Both trucks stage now as we go green. Hard off the line, they're looking even. Barefoot's out of shape, turns it over, and Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend will take the win. He limped that truck across the line there. We're going back now to look at what happened to Barefoot. He goes to that first jump, watch the truck kick off that first jump, lands hard on the driver's side. A spectacular crash nonetheless, but I can assure you that is not what Lee Bailey wanted to do out here, returning to action on Thunder. And now the MTA track crew and officials are down there to flip the big red Dodge back over. What an insane crash coming off that first jump. He just got crossed up, he tried to correct it, and it didn't come out his way. There you see the right rear tire snapped off the truck. The crew's going to be thrashing to get that thing back for week 2 of the August season. But nonetheless, Lee Bailey and Barefoot is here to stay. As you see, they're towing him off the track now. Some heavy damage done to Barefoot. Hopefully they can get that thing back together and back to 100% by next week. And ladies and gentlemen, next up in round 1 action, welcome back James Allencord, the former Full Throttle champion and Redemption champion, as well as a 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion in that brand new Liquidator. But over in the near lane, head of the Diggers Diecast race team, is Richard Nelson II returning to action in Melgalodon. As we go green down the straight stretch, they're even up and over no man's land, and what a race! But it's going to be Melgalodon coming across the finish line first. Liquidator, tough break for him. He's on the trailer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to close out round 1 action, this was the finals that closed out the July season. Donald Price Jr. returning and Son Uva Digger with the checkered flag. But in the near lane out of the Johnson Motorsports race team is Jeffrey Skipper wanting revenge in the Mountaineer as we go green. Even off the line and down the straight stretch, up and over the jump, and Son Uva Digger turns it over going across the finish line. He gets the racing win, but at what cost? He turns it over, trying to outrun the Mountaineer. Back now to an MTA replay, you see him even down the straight. Hits the first jump, Son Uva Digger tries to lay down the horsepower. Hits the van stack and turns the truck over, going across the finish line. He does pick up the win like we said, but at what cost? The MTA track crew and officials are rushing down there now to flip Son Uva Digger back over. He gets the racing win, but is he going to be able to keep defending that flag as the night goes on? The track crew are flipping that truck back over. You see some fiberglass falling off. And there is no question he hurt that truck because as hard as he rolled over and as fast as he was going, and there you see the damage done to Son Uva Digger, their crew is going to be thrashing to bring that thing back for round 2 if they can make the call. Hopefully we'll see it happen, but we're going to take you down now to the pits where they're taking Son Uva Digger to evaluate the damage and letting us know what's going on. And our cameras have caught up backstage with the Son Uva Digger crew as they evaluate the truck. Mostly just body damage, but they have some sway bar issues, and they snapped the 4-link bar. The crew is hoping to get that thing back to the starting line, and hopefully he doesn't turn it over again here tonight. But what a wild ride by Son Uva Digger as they hopefully come back for round 2 action. And speaking of round 2, up first we've got El Toro Loco taking on the Saigon Shaker, followed by Dragon taking on the Gravedigger. Up first is returning Matthew Riley, the 2020 Summer Heat Shootout champion in El Toro Loco. And he is set to take on former 2-time Thunder champion, that's Greg Durbin in that brand new Saigon Shaker. Both trucks stays at the line. They want to claim victory here in week 1 of the August season as we go green. Down the straight stretch, Saigon pulling the lead. El Toro trying to come back, and it's all Saigon Shaker taking the win into the semifinals. El Toro Loco is on the trailer. Next up in round 1 action is returning Justin Lamb out of Maximum Motorsports, the brand new driver for that team. He's representing the brand new ride, Dragon Ice in the far lane. But in the near lane, Aaron Church returns out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, in Gravedigger. There's the green light now, even off the line, down the straight, up and over the cars, and Dragon looks like he took the win as they came across the finish line. We may have to go down to a photo finish, and we will. And look at the slim margin of victory. Dragon Ice is in the semifinals over Gravedigger. Next up, it's your boy Matt Cheever returning in Gravedigger the Legend. He's looking to knock off former 5-time Thunder champion Bradley Graham out of Maximum Motorsports in the far lane over there in Goldberg. Both trucks staged at the line. Who's moving on to semifinals as we go green? Down the straight stretch now, even off the line, through the line, and Goldberg takes the win. I didn't know what to say right there. A little too much loud pedal for Shaggy coming off that first jump. Back to a replay now. You see both of them were pretty even coming down that straight stretch. Maybe a slight lead to the Legend, but he got a little too excited over that first jump. Turns the truck over, and Bradley Graham and Goldberg capitalized, taking home the win. The MJ track crew and officials are down there now. And how about it for Shaggy, Matt Cheever returning to action? And it just wouldn't be Thursday Night Thunder unless Gravedigger the Legend turned it over one time in front of the fans. They love it. He hates it because he's got to go back to the pits and fix this thing with his crew. Hopefully we'll see him back next week. Shaggy always thrilling the crowd. Next up in round 2 action as we get set to close things out, Richard Nelson II returns in the Diggers Diecast Melgalodon over in the far lane. But in the near lane, Son Uva Digger is back at the starting line after that hard crash in round 1 action. He's hoping to knock off Melgalodon here as we get staged now, waiting on green. Off the line now, Melgalodon jumps him, Son Uva Digger trying to come back, and Richard Nelson II pulls out the upset. He knocks off Son Uva Digger right here in round 2 action. Melgalodon moves on, and we're going to head down now to the pit area of Thunder. There you see the team working on barefoot. They have got a broken spindle, planetary gears are busted, they got a little bit of fiberglass damage, and they're working on the rear end housing, as well as Gravedigger the legend who took that bad pogo in round 2 action. The crew's down there thrashing. These guys got a lot of work to do, and they're going to be joining Son Uva Digger thrashing on these trucks. As we get set now for semi-final action, up first is Saigon Shaker taking on the brand new Dragon Machine. Both of them performed well in the last 2 rounds. They're looking to knock each other off to go to the finals. Justin Lamb out of the Maximum Motorsports race camp looking to do good in that brand new Dragon Ice. But Greg Durbin's looking to add victory number 3 right here tonight. Who's going on in the finals as we kick off the August season? As we go green down the straight stretch, they're even. Through no man's land, they're side by side, and Dragon turns it over. I don't know what happened, but they were side by side up until that last set of cars. Down now to an MTA replay. And as you can see, they were door handle to door handle, up and over through no man's land. Dragon here hits the side of the cars and turned the truck over into the van stack. Saigon Shaker does move on to the finals on Thunder. And up next as we close out semi-final action, Richard Nelson II, out of the Diggers Diecast race team in Melgalodon. He has got a tall task at hand because in the other lane is former 5-time champion Bradley Graham and Goldberg. And he's looking like he's got it dialed in. Both trucks staged as we go green down the straight stretch. They're side by side through no man's land and across the finish line. I don't know who got the win, folks. I do not know who pulled out the win. We're going to have to go down to a photo finish. It was so close. And there you see Bradley Graham will take the win. His tire breaks the line first over Melgalodon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Summer Heat Shootout comes to you August 28th. 32 trucks are racing, but there's only one champion. And now we're back here with Thursday Night Thunder for what everybody came out to see. It's the finals as we kick off the August season. Greg Durbin, former 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion in that brand new Saigon Shaker. But in the other lane is former 5-time Thunder champion Bradley Graham out of Maximum Motorsports and Goldberg. 7 championships between the 2 of them, but only one is taking the checkered flag home with them right here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Goldberg, Saigon Shaker. It's showtime here on Thunder down the straight stretch, up and over no man's land. And Saigon Shaker looks like he just outran the Goldberg machine as they came across the finish line. Back now to an MTA replay. Saigon Shaker pulls him off the line, kept his lead on him down the straight stretch. They go through no man's land. Look at the air by Goldberg, trying to play catch up to Saigon Shaker. And it's all Greg Durbin taking home the win in week 1 of the August season. What a final right here tonight on Thunder. And ladies and gentlemen, you're now 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Greg Durbin and Saigon Shaker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the point standings for the August season, the latter half of the bracket, Grinder, Black Stallion, Prowler, and Bigfoot hold that gate closed with just 5 points. And looking at the top half of the bracket, Greg Durbin and Saigon Shaker lead the battle with 20 points, followed by Bradley Graham and Goldberg with 15. Melgalodon and Dragon follow suit with 10 points. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the August season kickoff on Thursday Night Thunder. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that.
It's been a long time.
It's about that time. It's about that. 'Cause it's about that.
It's been a long time.
It's about that time.